Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to XRL X2 League, and we are live in Spain for the Grand Prix. Fingers crossed tonight will be an absolute amazing race like we have had in X3 as well. It is going to be a full qualifying session, so we'll go through three stages of the qualifying session. So we'll have the 18-minute session for Q1. Followed by Q2 is a 15-minute session, and then followed by Q3 that falls into the top 10 drivers to battle it out for the start of this race. That is a 12-minute session. Then we'll follow into a 6-minute break. The 6-minute break is normally a 5-minute, but we've had to add an extra minute on to allow for a 1-minute silence. I will do this at the start of the break instead of the back end of the break. So at least I can get on to talking to you guys for the start of this race. Then after that, we will then fall into a 33-lap race. This is roughly around about 45 to an hour long, depending on safety cars and any incidents happening in the race. So as we are in the lobby waiting, and we have like roughly 5 minutes left to go, I'll go through the drivers so far in this lobby. So in for the Mercedes we have XRL Gusty. For Red Bull we have Shaqiri and Torpedo. Followed by the Ferraris we'll have Rem and BTEC. And we'll follow on to McLaren and it is XRL Low. Alpines have both drivers of Jeebus John and X the Spot. Hits the Spot. For Tories that is XRL Edgar. Aston Martin have not shown up so far as of yet. Still got a driver to at least take one seat for the team. Williams will have DU Vibe and Air Max has just arrived. All for the Alfa Romeos. Alfa Romeos have XRL Veloce. Haas have both drivers in their seats, and that is Chubby and XRL Zola. They drivers for tonight. Fingers crossed we'll have more coming in. As like I said, we have got roughly around about 5 minutes left to go before the start of this session. I hope everyone here is alright. Hope everyone's okay. And welcome to XRL. One of the best leagues out there so far, I would say. I prefer it. I'm not just saying it because I'm a commentator, but I really. So XL Young has come into the lobby. Let's see where he goes. I think he is an Aston Martin driver. Mr. Neon also arrived for Aston Martin. Welcome, Mr. Neon. Matty was here for Mercedes, has also took his seat. Mercedes drivers are now here. We also have both McLaren drivers, both Williams for Aston Martin's here. K18 for Alfa Romeo has arrived. So fingers crossed, tonight is going to be a good night. If you like to see more action in XRL, come and see us every Saturday. Saturday is our Dev League, that is our development league for new drivers that come to join the league. And you guys that are watching are more than welcome to come and join this league. You'll get put through a test and then you'll come into our development league. Of how racing is all about and how you get your awareness and everything else. And then Saturday, once you've had that at 5 o'clock, I think, or 8 o'clock, one of the two, 5 or 8 o'clock at night. Sunday will then fall into place and we'll have X1 and X3 both at 5 o'clock. Once this is done, we'll then flow into, like tonight, the X2. It starts at 8 p.m. So, Saturdays and Sundays, if you want to got something to watch or you just wanted to see what league racing is all about, come along, come and watch and find out what it's all about. But like I said, you are more than welcome to come and join XRL. Just see us in the Discord. We're on YouTube as well and most social media platforms. So check us out. Pelly's also turned up for Alpha. So I think we're going to have a full grid. I think there's only one driver left. Let's have a look through. Drivers are in for most of the teams. It is literally just an Aston Martin we are waiting for, and then we have a full grid for tonight. This is going to be very interesting. Like I said, if you are in the chat, please come and say hello. I'm more than happy to come and say whatever you say in the comments. Obviously, if it's nothing related to racing and it's just abusive, I will not comment back. But welcome all to X2. Round 6, by the way. This is round 6, so we've still got a fair way to go in this season, so we're going to be here most weekends. We do have a 2-week break coming up very, very soon. I would believe that is not after Monaco, I think it's a week after that. The race after this, as I've just said just then, is Monaco. So if you like to watch some Monaco racing, by all means come and see us on Saturday, like I said, and Sunday. Do you vibe? Welcome to the chat. Can't wait for his first race. It is his first race in X2, so we'll see how he gets on. He is in the Williams. He will perform as he does in X3 very, very well. So we'll see how he gets on. So we're now at a minute past the hour of 8 o'clock. Should be going ahead very, very soon. If any of the drivers are in the chat or in the stream, please go ahead and let me know what the conditions are for the weather, if that would be much appreciated. So we're on 19 drivers, still waiting for that one more driver. I believe he'll be on his way, or he might join mid-qualifying, we'll see. There's been a lobby update, so I'm assuming it won't be long until we are in this session and getting underway. If you're also watching from a separate platform, so if you're on the PlayStation or the PC, or I think Twitch is also involved, I don't know. If you are, please remember that F1 2022 is now cross-compatible, so don't think you can't come and join us because we are Xbox based. You can come and join. Things will be in the near future getting arranged where there will be a mixed platform lobby. So, and that'll be another division. So come along, get some experience, get some practice, and we should get underway with the cross-play version league. So, as you can see, most drivers now are starting to ready up. So I assume our head admin has put the go-ahead for the start of this race. Good evening all, I hope you're doing well. If you are new to the channel, please also hit that follow button if you like watching some of this league racing. We'll update you guys as much as we can with more and more races throughout the weekend and probably in the week. So, qualifying 1 is underway. As I said before, qualifying 1 will be an 18-minute session for the top 15 drivers to go into Q2. So as we are loading up, I will go through some of the X2 standings for you guys so you can get justify a bit of a logic knowing of what points they're all on. So, from first all the way down to 20, I'll give you the points leader so far. So, Xavier Pelli with 48 points, followed by Scalia Sugar in second with 39 points, Jeebus John with 38 in third, K18 in fourth with 36, Torpedo in fifth with 30 points, Shaqiri with 27 in sixth, Mr. Neon with 22 in 7th, Fran W31 in 8th with 21. XRL Young with 20 points in 9th. Breezy also with 18 points in 10th. Air Max in 11th with 15. BTEC Jibend in 12th with 14. Remixo, I'll just call him Rem. Rem is also in 13th with 10 points. Let's try and get that first car on track. So the first car on track is the Haas driver of Chubby Spark. Let's get all these up for you guys so we can see what's going on. So as it's going on through, XRL Asda in 14th with 9 points. XRL Veloce in with 2. XRL Low with 1 in 16th place. And then 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. That is Matty, Edgar, Hit the Spot, and Gusty all on 0 points. For the constructors, Red Bull are with 57. 1 point behind are Alfa Romeo with 56. And then Alpha Tauri with 52 is close so far with the top 4, because Mercedes is in 4th with 47 points. Alpine with 42 in 5th, 6 with also, so that's a fight for at least 4th or 3rd if they get some more points tonight. Aston Martin in 7th with 41, that could also be Aston Martin, followed by Williams in 8th with 32, Ferrari in 24, and McLaren with 21 points. That is your standings for X2. This is round 6, so as you can see, it's been a switch over for the first driver across the line. The first one will be 5. Matthew was here as retired in the pits. I would assume he's got a qualifying ban. Yellow sector 2 and 3 should be fine. It's queuing up rather well in sector 3 so far. Have a look at the back of there. Mercedes right behind, Veloce, Ferrari in front, BTEC, Edgar on his way out, Rollers also out. Let's try and get back to the one in front that's getting his lap times in. Here he is, it is Dubai with Williams. Flying through sector 2 on the back straight, DRS is open. Long left hander now. He's a very slow left hander here. It doesn't fast. It's wide, it's fast, but it's not that great. Curve, not going to help him at all in this situation. The last two S's, these are really tricky S's. Bit of a glitchy there, he's lagging. Comes from the final bend, onto the pit straight. DRS open, across the line with a 1:18.8. Good time. Nola now comes across the line with a 1:18.2. Ferrari is Rem. Rem comes across the line. Goes third fastest with a 1:19.3. Aston Martin and Mr. Neon across the line to start his flying lap. Well, no need to race around. Gary's just on top. For second, sorry, with a 1:19.1. 1:19.7 is now in 6th because Gusty's just crossed the line for Mercedes with 1:19.3. Chubby, however, an issue with his lap, but has with 1:51.6. He's currently in 7th. That will drop massively if he doesn't improve. He will improve surely. He's got Mercedes behind. Edgar has DNF as he retires. Edgar has also got a qualifying ban that we didn't know. Oh. Just gonna have to just change some audio settings because my volume is a little bit high. So let's just reduce these down, shall we? Let's just set these down as other cars. That seems really quiet. That seemed really, really quiet there. 1 second. Already on it. Already on it. So I will get back to you guys. I'm just trying to get this right because I want it to be a better experience for you guys as much as me. Hopefully that's better for you guys. If you can hear me, that'll be a lot more better. Let me just test it for you guys as well. Volume's still low. Right, sorry about that, chaps. I am now back. Hopefully you can hear me. So as we go through the timings, as to sorting out the Rem is took 6th with a 1:19.3. Gusty is on his outlap. Hits the spot is now in 8th with a 9.4. Pelly with a 19.45 in 9th. B-Tech in 10th with a 19.7. Chubby Spark in 11th with a 19.9. Low with a 1:29, 1:20.9 in 12th. Air Max in 13th. Torpedo yet to set a time. Veloci yet to set a time. Or John. Also out on his flying lap. So most of these guys have got their first set of times in. There's still 10 minutes left of this session. Zola now with a purple sector 1 flying in that has. He was very, very quick in X3, pacing down. A little bit wide through there, but keeps the pace. We've got yellow in sector 1. Jeebus Jonga's fastest with a 1:18.8 on the softs. Zola now coming through the final bend. Across the line, goes fastest with a 1:18.6. Phenomenal drive. So low now, starting to come across the line. Oi oi to you, Ginge. Right. Oh, that's a Ferrari gone. That's a Ferrari off. That is Rem. It's not Rem, it's B-Tech has lost it on the top straight in sector 2. He's got no wing. Luckily, his wheels either. It looked like he had a heavy impact. The yellow flag in sector 1. It's the AlphaTauri driver. Pelly cars through. He is on low fuel as well, so he's going to have to crawl that car to the end. So, let's have a look. We've got K18 now coming round to the last few corners. He isn't going to set a decent time because he's on his out lap. He's now coming in flying lap. Oh no, it's changed, sorry, it's a 1:19.1. He's currently in 9th. Perfect timing now to put a good toe teammate that is currently sat in 6th. McLaren driver now comes across the line. It's the Haas driver, Chubby, across the line. 143 has a bit of an issue. Vibe currently sits in 4th with a 118.8. Most of these drivers now coming into the pits are feeling quite comfortable. Zola has now retired, so he's obviously comfortable with his time. Definitely no one's going to catch that at the minute. Rem is also retired in the pits. Oh, he hasn't. No, Rem's died. Oh, Rem has died. He's lost it on the top straight. There, he's lost it coming out of. Oh wow, coming out of sector 2 off the fast right-hander after the uphill chicane. Wow, Rem is currently now been put into 15th. Someone needs to so low torpedo respond to this and try and get into the 119 flats or a low 118. Just try and pack in 15. Rem can't park it there, I'm afraid. So Shaqiri's on his out lap. He's got an Alfa Romeo right behind him at his flying lap. Oh, I see spots of rain. Where else spots of rain then? So here comes Shaqiri to start his flying lap for Team Red Bull. Oh, a wobble there for K18. What does he put in on his flying lap? Gusty also into the pits. Aston Martin driver. Oh, Mr. Neon also coming into the pits. There's 4 minutes left of this session. Sector 3 has flagged due to people coming into the pits and retiring. Haas driver is also in the. We've only got on track so far. Now it's McLaren driver of low. Torpedo. Thanks. Shaqiri. And VTEC. Low's on his flying lap. 1 second quicker than his time. Apparently. What? That's a bit weird. The race is going to be a full sunny race. Oh, the Ferrari driver has lost it. VTEC has lost it on the final chicane. Coming into the pits now after a spin. 4 cars now left on track. These are probably the 2 that need to try and find a way in. Is Low and Torpedo. The Williams driver as well behind him. Oh, Torpedo. Low's just letting past Torpedo's coming as well right behind him. This is a Torpedo because Torpedo can get the toe. He's got a purple sector 2 as well, so he will progress up. Fingers crossed if this time is better than this. Pelly's just retired in the pits. Here we go, comes to the final corner. DRS open, over the line, goes 12th. Goes 12th fastest, wow. So can Low, oh Low's pitted. Can Low get in and get out? So that put Chubby Spark also out of this session. If we can progress, the better. There is a few spots of rain now coming down. This might start to affect lap times. Here we go, DRS open, flying lap starting. Is Lowe going to come out? He's not going to have the time if you don't come out now. Don't think Lowe's interested. Young has also retired in the session. Only 3 cars out on track at the minute. We've got Shaqiri out in 8th with a 119. His teammate just behind him on track, but on lap times with a 119.4 is in 12th at the minute, and that's Torpedo. We're keeping our eyes out on Chubby. Can Chubby get quicker? Can he get this car into the top 15s? It needs to beat B-Tech with a 119.7. Can he do it? Final few corners now. This is the key. At least the last key. Oh, rear end's kicked out a little bit. That's going to affect him. This is going to help. He's coming. Oh, still he hasn't improved. Can he use this last time? He's got enough. The ERS is not enough there for ERS though. Percent of it last. I don't think it will. His fuel's flashing. He's lit the rear end up. That raid will be the end of it. Unfortunately for Chubby, he's not going to progress through into Q2 or even Low, unfortunately for him, but we'll go through the list while we can. So Zola takes top spot with a 118.6 in Q1, followed by Jeebus John, Mr. Neon, Do You Vibe in 4th, Pelly in 5th, Veloce, Young and Shaqiri, K18, Gusty exits the spot, Torpedo, Air Max, B-Tech and Rem unfortunately DNF, so it will be 14 drivers going into Q2. That'll be all 14 drivers for Q2. Unfortunately, Rem, like I said just then, is DNF'd. He'll not be progressing through. Chubby in 16th, unfortunately for him, didn't make it with a 119.9. XRL Low with a 119.95. Also in 17th, doesn't progress. Edgar and Matty, I believe, both had qualifying bans, so these will not be progressing through into Q2. Once Chubby comes back around and hopefully crosses the line to get this on the into Q2, session will be 15 minutes long. So as we see Chubby now coming into the pits, crew there waiting for him to pull him in, and you will see the tally for Q2. Oh, and race control has just come forward to say that DRS has now been disabled, so we'll not see any more DRS zones open in Q2 or Q3, despite if the weather changes, we'll find out later on. So here, like I said before, Q1 leader, and that is XL Zola with a 118.6. Followed by Jeebus John in 2nd, Mr. Neon in 3rd, Du Vibe in 4th. Pele, Veloce 5th, Veloce in Young in 7th, Shaqiri, K18 Gusty, followed by X hits a spot, Torpedo, Max and B-Tech. And as like I said, unfortunately Rem will not progress through into Q2 due to DNFing, so Chubby, Edgar and Matty was here, is also out of Q1. So that's your list, and we'll be right back into Q2 very, very soon. So the rain has stuck with us in Q2. It looks like it's got a lot more wetter on track. This will turn out very interesting for these guys. as lap times will be a lot slower. So don't expect to be in the 118s ever again for the rest of this session. Also, with them drivers have got used to the dry conditions in Q1. Q2 is going to be more of a challenge for these, as they'll not feel the change straight away. They'll feel like they've got the dry on, and they'll just end up performing like they've got dry setups when they shouldn't. See, I'm just blabbering on here. So Zola is the first guy on track for the Haas. Followed by Pelly in second and in second. Pelly that's behind with Do You Vibe. Just about to overtake him on turn 3. There you go. Do You Vibe's now going to be the second guy on track. As you can see, Zola's got a bit of a twitch there through the uphill chicane into sector 2. So we get on. Let's see how tonight goes, or how this Q2 goes. We've got 15 minutes of this session, and so it will be a challenging one for these drivers. Across the line, start his flying lap. First driver to start his flying lap. Off he goes. Remember, there's no RS either due to the weather, so don't expect any of these wings to open. So the Williams driver's to one side, Zola through to get his clean lap in. The number 96 looking very shiny on the front of that car. He's gone wide, just invalidated, just coming wide. Lucky for Zola. So the next one will be Do You Vibe. Do You Vibe now coming through the final few corners. In sector 3, this you've got to really keep off, because it does affect your time massively, and you wouldn't have thought so, but it does. So the final bend now, to the end, crosses the line with a 1:26.0. Times will start flying in with Pelly with a 1:26.6, Gusty with a 1:26.7, with a 1:27.0. K18's on an outlap, so it means Shaqiri is for the Red Bulls. Shaqiri is going to put a 1:25.3. Wow, second quicker than Do You Vibe. Near enough a second quicker. Well, 7 tenths. So exits the spot, across the line with a 1:26.5, but his teammate is just falling behind with a 1:26.2. It goes third. Mr. Neons to split them with an Aston Martin, a 1:26.3. KT now coming through the bend. Oh, it's not. It's Veloce. Veloce coming through final bend now to cross the line with a 1:26.7 to go. The next Haas driver will be Zola. Zola to cross the line with a 1:26.3. Cracking time for the wets, really. BTEC with a 1:27 improvement. Oh no, it's not. It's Air Max. Air Max just crossed the line, sorry. Air Max with 1:27.8. Oh, Mr. Neon's gone. Mr. Neon is gone. Where they from last time. Let's see if I can find him. There he is, middle of the track. On the back curb. Spun off. and it's completing him in his race. So now he'll be the last driver through into Q10. It'll be 9 drivers now in Q3. So really, drivers will have to start pushing their weight around this track and getting these lap times in to beat. The next two are 18 are both match on 126.781. Both Alfa Romeos on the same time. How's that? Veloce with a 126.2 improves massively, goes 4th, fastest. Phoebus John coming through sector 2. So exits the spot, has got a sector 1 purple. So can he progress this further to Alpine into the top 5? Sorry people, I was just trying to sort my resolution out because I could see it was crashing. So, exits the spot, has a purple sector 2 as well. Flying at the minute in Alpine. Comes through the final corner now, keeping it nice and clean. Across the line, 3rd fastest with a 126.0. Cracking time, really. Young has come to start his flying lap for McLaren. Is this K18 coming to the line? It is. No, it's not. It's Veloce. Veloce coming onto the pit straight again. Unlucky for Air Max. Air Max has got an invalidated lap, but Torpedo's behind to put his time in with a 150.2. He's obviously had an issue in his lap. I believe that's B-Tech next to come across the line. B-Tech comes to fly across the line with a 127.0. Doesn't get any better to progress into Q1 so far. There's still 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes left of this session. Fingers crossed he can. Oh, who is that? We've got Torpedo on the outskirts of turn 3. Comes back on track now. He must have just pulled alongside to get out of the way. Got yellow flags in sector 2 as well. I believe that's one of the Williams drivers that have got low fuel. Or is he going to give the tow? I think he's going to give the tow. Do you vibe? Is he going to go for it? No, he's allowing his teammate through. I would have thought he'd give the tow, to be fair. He's currently in 4th. His teammate is the one that needs to try and get up here in the top 10. Fingers crossed that both Williams can get in. So, for the Ferrari driver, B-Tech get that car in the top 10. Nice and through there. He comes flying to the end. He still hasn't improved. He's only gone a few thousandths of a second quicker. Nothing major. Still in the 127s. K18 is in 9th. He will be the next driver to be eliminated if someone can improve past a 126.781. There's only 4 drivers, sorry, I was right. There's only 4 drivers there waiting to get through. I believe Torpedo might come out near to the last minute. He is going into the pits now. So Young next to cross the line. Oh, he's in the pits. Air Young is also invalidated. Is this his teammate finally helping him out? He is. Got yellow flags. That is Gusty. Gusty has lost his wing. Where he's lost his wing, I do not know. Oh, Max is now in the pit. So the bottom 4 drivers, there's only one out on all 4 drivers are in. These are drivers that we're going to be watching to see who can take it off K18, because K18 is also still out on track. He's trying to improve his time as much as he can with what weather conditions we've got. He has gone wide. Hasn't invalidated though. So Young, one of the 4 drivers at the bottom, out on track. So is Torpedo. Torpedo's also come out on his outlap. Is Air Max and BTEC on the way? I would say that probably the top 7 drivers are going to be, if they ever come out, are just coming out to get used to the track in wet conditions, but they shouldn't have to worry because the race is actually a full dry race. Just probably get used to the track for Q1 to try and get that car on the grid at the front of the grid. Fingers crossed they can. Whoever it is, well done to them if they do. Because these conditions can't be great. BTEC has retired in the pit, so he's going to stop out of Q3. So, unfortunately, the Ferraris aren't going to get into Q3. It's now down to Air Max, Young, and Torpedo. Young and Torpedo are on a flying lap now. Young comes across the line. We're 128.1. Oh, they're on the flying lap now, sorry. So Air Max also on his flying lap. He's on his flying lap, he's on his out lap, so why has that disappeared? I don't know. One minute left of this session. We've got a Red Bull spinning. Torpedo, unfortunately, Torpedo's spun. Can he get that car to the line? So it's Air Max, Young, and Torpedo fight for the top spot. We've got to beat K18's time of 126.781. Final few corners is on the 117s now, 118s, 19, 20. Can he get there? Line's just there, across the line. With a 128.2, it doesn't improve. Can he use his lap time now to go faster? Air Max is 8/10 slower than his time. Torpedo, can he get across the line before? Yes, he can. So Torpedo's on his flying lap again. One final shot at this. Unlucky for Air Max. Air Max ain't going to progress through unless this is glitching out. Oh, that's an Alfa Romeo gone. That's Veloce. Veloce is gone on the final corner. Air Max is in. It's now down to Young and Torpedo. On the uphill chicane, Young goes. Nice and clean for there. What's his time so far? Is he faster? He's close to his time. He needs to really put something out now. Gusty's retired in the pits. Kerry's also retired in the pits. Young now through the final few sections of this Sector 3. Keeps it nice and clean through there. He's now outside the pit. He has now pitted. He's lost time. Now down to Torpedo. Can Torpedo get that Red Bull into the top 10? 126.7. He's got the beat. 127.6. Here we go. Final corner. Close to the line. 127.2. He doesn't make it. Oh, he does make it. Does he? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. 127.2. Unfortunately, doesn't make it. I'm bugging up. Unfortunately for Torpedo and Air Max and Young that couldn't progress through into Q3. Great effort from all guys, or everybody really. Great effort from everybody. Fantastic qualifying in Q2. Unfortunately, like I said, they couldn't get through. Here's your lineup for Q3, the final fight for the top spot for the start of this race. So Shaqiri takes the top spot for Red Bull with 125.3, followed by Peli in the AlphaTauri with 125.8. Exits the spot for Alpine in third with 126.0. DU Vibe in fourth with a 126.0 as well. Genius John in 5th, Veloci in 6th, Zola in 7th, Gusty in 8th, and K18 in 9th. Unfortunately, Neon, BTEC, Air Max, Torpedo, and Young do not progress into Q3. Great effort from Young, Torpedo, and Air Max. Really great effort, but unfortunately not quick enough. Fingers crossed tonight. This will be a great race because everyone's showing pace and consistency. So the rain has got a lot worse, as I can see in Q3. I think hopefully this doesn't work out. The account doesn't turn out worse for everyone, that they can't get a decent time in at all. Just putting my sliders on, sorry chaps. So, will Zola be the first one out on track? He has been for the last 2 sessions. It's not going to be. It's going to be a Williams driver. It is G-Burst. No, it's not. It's DU Vibe, isn't it? DU Vibe is out on track. So far we have got a Williams out in Q3, followed by both Alpines and both Alfa Romeos. We've got one Red Bull, one AlphaTauri, one Mercedes, and one Haas, all in Q3. No Ferraris, no McLarens, and one of each, near enough one of each driver. Oh, and no Aston Martins in Q3, unfortunately. So, DU Vibe for Williams is now on his flying lap. We'll have a full lap of DU Vibe, see how he gets on. And I'll keep quiet for you guys so you can enjoy the noise and a nice clean lap. So, Do You Vibe goes fastest so far with a 126.9. Gusty's next across the line. Looks like he got a bit of a wobble coming out of the final corner. Does 127.3. We've got both Alfa Romeos now coming to the line with a 127 and a 142. Obviously, Veloci give K18 a turn. 127.2 for K18. Going to switch it round, I think, for these two. Times are coming in. Zola goes second fastest in the hands with 127.2. Vicari with 127.8. Exits the spot, goes second off Zola with a 126.9. Here comes Pelly now for the AlphaTauris. Last few corners now, sector 3. Can he get this AlphaTauri in the top 5 at least? Nice through sector 3 there. He does go fastest with a 126.5. Phenomenal drive. Most of these drivers now that have just put their first lap in will start to come in to change to get a fresh set for another lap. You roughly in Q3 you get 2 fast laps out of it, 2 in laps or out lap on each approach, and 2 fast flying laps if you can get a nice synchronized lap in. Veloci goes fastest in this session for Alfa Romeo with a 126.551. Only 0.03 of a second quicker than Pelly. Wow, cracking time. Absolute cracking time. So, exits the spot is clear to the pits for a wheel change. Oh, sorry, that's my first yawn tonight. I believe Pelly will also come into the pits after putting a lap in like that on a fresh set of inters. Fingers crossed he's going to get this changed and put another fast lap in. I think Zola's going to be pitting this lap unless he's going to put his time in. He seems to be pushing. Yellow flags in sector 2 and 3. It's the Alfa Romeo moving out of the way for the Mercedes, and that's Veloci allowing Gusty through. Gusty has an invalidated lap. Let's see if Zola pits. K18 goes third fastest with 126.6. He's now on the second row. Zola goes fastest again with a 126.528. 0.03 of a second quicker than Veloci. Wow, great lap considering he's not paired. 3 lap old tyres, chaps, and he's put in the fastest lap of this race. Oh, Shaqiri's decided to go on the softs, but he's changed his mind. So, will most of these respond thinking, right, we're going to have to put our gears in our bums and start performing like Zola did, because Zola put in an absolute fly of a lap. So did Veloci, to be fair. They're both in decent times with Pelly as well with a 126.5, so I can see a good fight out for this. If Zola can get back and change and get straight back out and perform again with a cracking time, well, that could be a big fight at the end of this race, end of this qualifying. So K18 is coming to the pits. We've only got Zola now on track that's low in fuel, so he will pit. Then it's Do You Vibe, it's invalidated, so it would be the Williams driver of Gusty, who's on his outlap. The only one on his outlap at the minute Do Your Vibes already put a lap hit, or is on his flying lap and invalidated it. So there's 3 minutes left of the session. So the Haas driver Zola could come back out and possibly put another time in. But I think he'd be more comfortable with the fact that he's put that in. I think it'd be a hard one to get. So we'll see. Anyway, so the Mercedes driver Gusty is now coming to the end of his out lap. Can he put a decent flying lap in? We'll keep an eye on him shortly. Do Your Vibe is now coming around the final few parts of Sector 3. Will he pit? Will he be happy for where he is, or do you reckon he'll go again? I think he's going to go again. He's pitting. He is pitting. Is he going to go for a fresh set? He must be going for a fresh set. So Gusty in the Mercedes is now on his flying lap. Here he goes. He's got traffic. Hopefully these Alfa Romeos will not get in his way. No, perfectly fine. Off they go. So the both Alfa Romeos are both working together to get both on the top row. If not, they'll probably be going for a grid second row, both on the second row. If Pelle improves his time, it could knock Veloci down into third. So we'll see. But Gusty still on his flying lap. He's 1/100th of a second quicker on his time with 127.2 it would be so far. He needs to find. Oh, little twitch there from the uphill chicane. That's going to affect his time massively. We'll find out when he comes to the end of here. He's 3 tenths slower than his time, so we'll go again. So it is X hits the spot. He was on his out lap, so that'll be the next driver to post. It will be, oh god, who would it be? Would it be Jeebus John? It must be Jeebus John because Zola is on his out lap. So yeah, with Jeebus John to post his flying lap. So let's watch on Jeebus John. But Jeebus John has got no wing, so Jeebus John is also out at the minute. He's not going to be able to get a time in. He's going to be 9th for the start of this race. So let's fly over to the next one. It should be on his flying lap. He's not. He's on his out lap. So it will be the AlphaTauri driver, Pelle. Pelle's on his flying lap. He's 3 tenths quicker than his time. So he could take this pole position. He's got a pole sector 2. He's 5 tenths quicker. 5 tenths quicker, could be in the 126 flats here. Probably a 125 high. 125.9, I would say. If we can get his sector 3 down to a T, we've got a 125 here, easy. Got a bit wide there though. It's going to cost him a little bit, I think. He's very smooth through there though. He's got a nice exit. This is looking like a 126 flat to me. 125.7, he'd improved. Wow, great time for Pelle in the AlphaTauri, fantastic. Will Zola respond? Zola is going to be wanting to respond massively here. Zola is on a flyer. So KT goes fastest with 125.6. That's Alfa Romeos. Front row for Alfa Romeos. 125.2 and a 125.6. Zola now 8 tenths quicker than his time. He's got sector 3 now to go through. He's got this very, very smooth through there. A great exit as well. Can he keep this up? He's looking like a 125. 125.2. He goes fastest again. Wow, what an absolute fight for the top. Wow. Phenomenal. Absolute phenomenal. Well done to everybody there. That was an absolute cracking performance for the top. Oh, look at it. Pelle, Shaqiri exits the spot. Even Gusty with a better time that puts him in 7th. Oh, all these top drivers, wow, fantastic. No wonder they're in X2. It is unbelievable. So that goes for X2's qualifying finishing in Q3. Wow. Big wow to everybody. Cracking times there. So this is how it pans out. So the Haas driver takes the top spot for the front row. That is XL Zola with 125.2, followed by Veloce in the Alfa Romeo with 125.234, 300ths of a second slower than Zola, so not far. And his teammate is just behind him with a 125.6. Is only just under half a second slower than his teammate. X hits the spot in fourth for the Alpine with 125.6. Yukiri in the Red Bull with a 125.7. Pelly with a 125.787 behind Shaqiri. Gusty is in seventh. Do You Vibe in eighth. And Jeebus John in ninth. Wow. I will clap to that. Wow. Absolutely amazing. That's probably the best qualifying I've seen in a long time. That was amazing. So, from now, what I'll do, we are going to go, when the time changes from 20:59, like now, I will do a minute silence from now. So that minute silence there was to have the remembrance of Her Majesty the Queen, that we have Elizabeth. Unluckily, she passed away not long ago. So, but that was a minute silence from XRL and all of us to remembrance of Her Majesty the Queen. Anyway, we are now on our 5 minute break. I'm going to take that 5 minute break and go and get myself a drink. So I will be right back. But please stay in this chat and please stay on this stream, because this race is going to be amazing. We'll be right back. So we are now back, and you can see everyone's starting to ready up for the start of this race. The countdown is in. So we will perform our formation lap. See, why can't they have this on the start of the restart, really? Why can't I have that on the restart of it, the start of this race? They always put you to the back, and I don't get why. So, as you can see, Zola now on the medium compound. As you can see, the weather conditions are a lot better for these guys. Zola's pulled away to warm them tyres up and to get out away from traffic. Both Alfa Romeos at the back, holding really. Not holding really because they're moving, but coming at a steady pace to warm the tyres up for the start of this race. Both Alfa Romeos in second and third as well. Exit and spot is in fourth. We have 20 drivers. We have the full grid. We did have 19 at the qualifying, and we have a full 20 for the start of this race. So Breezy would have been the 20th driver that's just turned up. Currently in 20th for the Aston Martins. As you can see, little Zola is just chilling on his own, up in front. There's your pit stop strategies. It'll be a one stop, I would assume, but if it's a safety car, they'll be on the hard compound roughly straight away, and then bring out the softs nearer the time, or the mediums again if there was another safety car in the process. But as of yet, they'll probably stay on the, or as you can see, they'll stay on the mediums for the start of this race. They will last roughly around about 14 laps, give or take, as you saw in these pit strategies. Depending on how much they want to push, how much they want to get aggressive on attacking, and also trying to put a clean lap in. So Zola's going to be the one up in front, warming his tyres up on his own. He'll be the first guy to park up for the start of this race. See, why would you put us to the back like that? Why can't you just change the view now and stop us from having a rear view look at the start of this race? So Zola's got his car nicely parked up, ready for the start of this race. As you can see, both Alfa Romeos have turned up. A bit of contact between Young and somebody else. Get to the back of the grid. Where is the last car? The last car is now here. Let's watch him get lined up. Oh, his name is... got it. So, they are all the cars on the grid ready for the start of this race. Round 6 for XRL X2. 1 light, 2, 3 lights, 4 and 5 lights. They are out and away we go for the start of this race at Spain. Oh, Katie's got a fantastic start. Zola has not got a great start. Alfa Romeo, Shaqiri's also gone up in fourth. Oh, Valenci's come back. Inside, go both Alfa. Oh my god, both Alfa Romeos have had contact. Oh no. What a bad start. James John also out of this race. He's there on turn 1. He's hit the wall. He's had contact. What a bad start for Alfa Romeos. Bit of conflictation between them all. 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags for XRL Low. Oh my god. What a cracking pair. What a team. Unlucky for them though. Unlucky. Let's see how Zola is. Did Zola get any contact from that and lose any damage? No, it looks like it's perfectly fine. There's only yellow flags out. There's no safety cars, so fingers crossed we'll get back up and running in a minute. The other green flags will get thrown about. So VSC keeping down the delta to make sure they don't get any penalties. Zola's going to jump straight on this as soon as it comes. It's in the pits. Zola is come into the pits. He must have damage. Shaqiri then takes the lead in this race with a fastest lap as well. Green flags have been shown. Where's Zola? Zola, let's get back to Zola quick. I want to see if he's got any damage. Big changeover between Divide, DU Vibe and Neon. Neon on the inside on turn 1 into 2. Nice to move before the turn 3. Oh, big contact between the Williams driver and the Aston Martin. Air Max is now back on track. Veloce, Matty was here, and KT now fighting to work the way back up through the grid. Inside KT goes on Matty was here. Both Alfa Romeos are starting to fight their way through and get back to where they were at the start of this race. Edgar and Young also find it out. Gusty, the next closest fight will be Gusty and Lowe. Lowe's got a time penalty, by the way. Let's have a look, see what he's got. He's got a penalty from somewhere. He's got a 5-second penalty. That was one that we saw ignoring yellow flags, I would believe. Inside he goes, takes the position. We've got Mr. Breezy is also spun. He's lost it on the new section of this circuit. Oh, he's lost it again. DRS is now being enabled, so this will start changing a lot of this grid around again. Shaqiri now takes the lead in the Red Bull, followed by exits the spot for the Alpines. Pelly is also keeping up with the two in front. He's 3 seconds quicker, 3 tenths quicker than his time. DU Vibe in 4th, Mr. Neon in 5th for the Aston Martins. Ferrari driver Rem is also in 6th. Not bad for him so far. Some of these have had a massive change in positions. Let's have a look, see what we can find. Position change, there we go. So as you can see, Shaqiri in 1st has gone up 4. Exit spot with 2. Pelly with 3. DU Vibe with 4. Mr. Neon with 5. Rem with 9 position changes. Torpedo is 6. The biggest losers so far, really, but only because they've had a contact, was Zola with 17 positions dropped. And the two Alfa Romeos have both had issues at the start of this race. It's now dropped them massively to the back of this grid. As you can see, though, Alfa Romeos are starting to fight their way through the pack. Shaqiri goes for a faster lap again, but Pelly responds with a 121.5. Pelly is in 3rd, by the way. Let's get this back into tyres as well. So, back on again. These guys are fighting. Rem, Torpedo and Gusty is going to get into the back of this as well. If there's contact, there's a spin. Torpedo's spawned, he's pulled off. Fingers crossed it doesn't conflict with anybody else. No, we're all good. So now it's just Rem and Mr. Neon. Oh, we've got another... oh, no, it's Torpedo. Torpedo is still trying to rejoin, but he's got traffic. So Pelly now on the back of the Alpine driver exits the spot, but exits the spot is also there with the 1st place driver Shaqiri. The fight for the top spot. He's looking on the inside. No, he's not going to take it yet. DU Vibe sitting back nice and comfortable, waiting for the pounce to take these 3 drivers if there's any contact, because he will then take a podium spot. But Mr. Neon and Rem are also finding it out for 5th and 6th. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2 and 3 apparently. Can't see anything. We've got the AlphaTauri as well. There it is AlphaTauri with the 3 cars behind the Aston Martin, the McLaren and the Alfa Romeo. Find it out. Here we go. KT looking on the inside. KT's flying past Young. Oh, he's run out. He's run out of VRS. No! The Ferrari's gone. Ferrari's died. VTEC's gone. Oh, he's done a dummy. Breezy's just done a dummy on Chubby. VTEC has died out of his session. I think the safety car's coming out. The safety car is out. Wow. Somehow B-Take has binned it on the final. Was it the final? No, it wasn't. The chicane, wasn't it? It was the Sector 3 chicanes. The terrible. Unfortunately, so here we go. There's going to be a massive tyre change now as we are 5 laps in. Some of these will go onto the harder compound to then probably race to the end. And then come back onto the mediums if needed at the end of this race because they'll only be 5 laps old. Some of these may do the jump, some won't. Let's have a look, see what people are doing. Stopping out, most of these are stopping out. There's not much change. The next set of medium compounds are going to be low, stopping out. Most of these are stopping out considering it is a full safety car. Wow, okay. Would have thought there'd be a big change. No one has pitted. I'm just going through the list. So Shaqiri is now on the back of the safety car. Wow. 2 people out so far. So we've got a Ferrari driver with B-Take out on lap 5 in Sector 3. And then we lost Jeebus John on lap 1 on turn 1. Collided with the outside wall heading into turn 1. I think he might have had contact from another driver that's pounced him into the side wall. So unfortunate for these 2 guys because obviously I know these guys do like racing like we all do. It's not nice to be DNF'd, but yeah, I'm guessing it happens. Shaqiri's really close on the back of the Aston Martin safety car. We've got to be careful because any contact with that safety car, it could either affect his race by having damage or critical damage of having a DNF. It does happen because I remember many times that these safety cars they glitch and bounce backwards and then bang straight into your car out of this race. It wasn't intentional, it was literally the game decides to glitch. So Shaqiri, I would have thought Shaqiri might have backed off a little bit just to prevent any contact with the safety car. So as you can see, most of the drivers are now caught up. We've got to wait for the Alfa Romeo that's on Sector 1 into Sector 2 now. And we've also got the Haas driver and the Aston Martin driver at the back. That is Veloce, Veloce, Chubby and Breezy. I would have thought Breezy and Chubby would have caught up, but it's quite a far away for Veloce to catch up. Zola, remember Zola was the pole sitter for the start of this race. After the 2 Alfa Romeos made contact in turn 1 into 2, that then caused Zola, I believe, to collect damage as them 2 split apart onto each side of the track. After making contact, that's probably caused damage to Zola, because that's why he had to pit. But unfortunately, it's unfortunate really, because he had a really cracking qualifying. So did the 2 Alfa Romeos. Only 1 Alfa Romeo driver is processed through, and that is K18. He's in 10th. Let's just fall onto K18's car now. As you can see, he's sat in 10th on the mediums. He's got 6 old mediums like the rest of the drivers, but what an absolute performance he's put back to get into top 10. He could, if he plans out right, there's no more drastic moves and contact, could have a win of this race. But I think Pelly is one to back him up. Shaqiri's really quick. He could be another one that could potentially stop him from winning this race. And also, I would believe Neon. Neon's very quick when he wants to be, and I think he could defend very well. We'll see. We'll see how we get on. But Zola, I think Zola will start fighting back, and we'll see him in the top, at least the top 5 out of this. I know he had that contact, and it will really cheese him off. But I think he'll get back into the top 5. Podium position, fantastic, absolutely phenomenal. But We'll see. We'll see how we get on. So as you can see, they're on lap 8 of 33. We're still behind the safety car due to contact that BTEC had or spun himself and DNF. So fingers crossed we'll get this race back underway. We're still waiting to catch up with Veloci to catch us up. He is in Sector 1 now to catch up with us. We've just entered Sector 2. So fingers crossed the back end of our queue is just entering Sector 2 now. So he might catch up for the start of lap 9. We might get underway. I think we might be going one more, you know. Oh, no, here we go. Race control has come forward and said the safety car is in this lap. So it's down to Shaqiri. Can Shaqiri back this up the best he can and get away from Exits the Spot? Because Exits the Spot in the Alpines has done a phenomenal job to get into second. And he might clinch it off him, but you've got to think he is on the hard compound. So the hard compound will take effect and be a little slower than the mediums, but if you don't get a good restart, it could happen, you know. So, as you can see, Shaqiri now bringing the pack into the S's. He's got him there. He's still holding. He's gone. He's gone now. Off he goes. Exits the spot and get a clean start. Oh, here we go. Pelly also. He's got DUI right on the back of him. DUI's looking on the inside. Now he's looking on the inside. The ERS is open. Turn 1 with Mr. Neil as well. Overtaking Rem. Mr. Neil now in the Aston Martin. He hasn't took the place off Pelly though. DU5 is still in 4th. Round turn 3. Mr. Neil's now defending off Rem. Gusty there fighting back. We've got also K18. Oh, there's a spin. The Williams driver is spun of Air Max in 18th now. Unfortunate for him. Exits the spot, is still there on the back of Shaqiri. He's 2 tenths behind. He's also got Pelly now involved, and this is going to bring DU Vibe, and DU Vibe is on the back of Pelly. So this is going to be a massive fight for the top spot. Mr. Neil is only half a second behind the first, so this could be interesting as we get his restart underway into lap 9 into 10. Remember, DRS will not be open for at least another lap, so a lap 11 you would see a lot more changing happening unless they start to open up their ERSs and empty that barrel of energy. So it's all a train at the minute. All the way back to 10, 8, 18, Edgar in 9th, followed by Low. Then Gusty, Rem, Neon and Gusty. Oh, Rem and Gusty. Turn 1, nice and tidy through there. Still side by side to turn 2 and 3. Oh, that's Aston Martin. Oh, that's the McLaren driver's just gone. McLaren driver's Low has just gone into the wall. Safety car might be back out. Wow, what an absolute lunge that was. That was a mad smash. We might get a safety car. It is a bad place for that car to be. It's only a VSC. I'm quite surprised with that, to be fair. We've cleared it away. It might get underway in a minute. Green flags could be waved in a minute. Watch out for them flags to change colour. VSC there, look, as you can see on the LED board. DU Vibe's got a drive through paying for speed under VSC. DU Vibe has now lost his position in 4th. Shaqiri's also got a penalty. Oh, they've both got a drive through. DRS is now being enabled, so that means Exits the Spot takes the pole position so far with Pelly in 2nd, Mr. Neon in 3rd, Gusty in 4th. We've got Rem in 5th, KT now in 6th. Just took the place of Edgar. Is flying back up to that top spot. Massive fight between these two. Another Alfa Romeo as well. Veloci's coming thick and fast on the outside of the torpedo into turn 4. not got the position yet. Zola now on the back of Matty was here with his teammate in front of Matty. Hopefully Chubby might help him get through. Unlucky for the two Bellini drivers, they are back at the back of the grid. So Exits the Spot is still out in front. He is on the hard compound and he's got three medium compound drivers behind him. That is Pele, Neon and Gusty, all behind him. And DRS is now enabled, so we will see a change if they are in the time period. They are, or at least Pele is. Let's just change that to leader. So, no, interval. Let's change that to interval, sorry. He's on the inside, looking at the inside. No, he's not going to take it so far. So Pele still fighting for the top spot of this race. Exits the Spot is defending really well. It's going to make the medium compounds start to wear off a lot more quicker than in hard compounds. Because hard compounds will end last probably to lap 20, 25, 28, something like that. And then he'll have to change. The mediums will only last 14, 15 tops. So you'll expect a lot of these changing very, very soon. There's a change around with Matty. The Torpedo. Chubby's dropped right to the back. So it was Chubby, sorry, that fell all the way to the back on the soft compound. Zola is wanting to try and get back to where he had at the start of this race. Oh, Edgar has just received a 3-second time penalty. So, as you can see, Exits the Spot is weaving that car left and right to make sure he doesn't get the drag that Pele is wanting. Pele is looking, he's come back. He knows he can't get him yet. Gusty and Neon now. Gusty on the inside. Neon back on the inside. Turn 3. Kept him there. And Gusty's pulled it. Gusty's got it. This has also brought Rem back involved with K18. At K18. Oh, there's contact. There's massive contact. Rem's gone. Rem has gone. Rem clouted into the Aston Martin driver of Mr. Neon. That's now caused damage. I think that's caused damage on Veloci, you know. Wow, both Alfa Romeos are now back in the top 5, top 10. Oh, who did he have contact with? He must have had contact. The safety car has now been deployed. So this is a big change. Now, the hard set compounds, will they pit for? God, what can they pit for? They're gonna have to. They can't pit for a medium set because they're gonna have to pit again. I think most of these drive-through penalty for Chubby for speeding under the safety car. Gusty is now pitted. So is Edgar. Edgar is also pitting. See, Young is going to have to stop out with the 12-lap old hards. The only one else out on swell is Exits the Spot on the hards. Matty was here, also out on the hards. K18 stopped out on the mediums. I'm so quite surprised, to be fair. Rem has just left the session. We also lost Lowe. Right, okay, so we also lost Lowe in this race. Lowe must have collided with Rem. Okay, here we go. So Torpedo... Oh, Torpedo's gone. Oh my god, there's so much that's gone off. So Torpedo has received a disqualification. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at these penalties. So, race director. Ah, okay. Don't take to race director. Right, okay. So, incidents. Let's go all the way to this lap we just had now. So, Torpedo was just, he must have had contact with Rem. So, right, so let's have a look. So, Lowe died on lap 10. As if I remember rightly, he did, didn't he? He went wide. They brought out the VSC, correct. So then Torpedo has spun and had contact with Rem. It's caused Rem to DNF. And then it looks like X hits the spot in the Alpine, has collided with Rem. It's caused him to have a 5-second penalty, 5-second time penalty added on. And he's also received a warning from that collision with Rem. Then it expected with Chubby, he's exceeded track limits, I believe, to avoid the accident. Wow, okay, that is massive. So K18 is now pitted. He has took the top spot and now dropping through the pack. What is he going to go on? What's he got? Hards are going on. So it's a hard race now all the way through. He is now back in 13th. He has got the pace though. The pace is there. Matty is Ginger's go. Matty has done a really good job on getting that Mercedes up into a podium position. But now, this is what I wanted to see. Zola, who had the pole position at the start of this race, is now back in 4th. But things are going to change again, as most of these now are on the hard compounds. The top the top 4 drivers plus 6th are on 14 lap old tyres on the hards. The rest are all brand new to 1 lap at least. So that means the hard compound drivers now in the top 4 and 6th are going to have to probably pit again. So that means they're going to be wanting at least another safety car around about lap 20 to 20. What is it? 22 to 25. They would want another safety car so they can get on the softs or the mediums. Because the mediums got changed, if you remember rightly, if they didn't get changed, the mediums will then see them to the end of this race. If not, the softs. But they'll have to manage them very, very, very well. So race control comes through to say that the safety car is in this lap. Young is now leading this race from McLaren, followed by exits a spot in the Alpine. Matty was here in Mercedes in 3rd. Then Zola in the Haas in 4th. So Young is backing him up. He's gone now. He has gone. ERS is open. Not done a good job because exits a spot. He's right there. He's looking on the inside of turn 1. There he is. Side by side into turn 1. Nice and clean through there. No contact yet. Oh, little tap there from the Alpine driver to let him know that he's still there. He's gone. Young's gone. Young has gone. No. Oh my God. What the frick? No way. So that is both the McLaren drivers out of this race. There was contact between X hits the spot and Young. Young did go into it. Not Young. X did go into the Alpha for the McLaren driver. I can't get words out of what's going on. That's caused this issue. Wow, that's going to be reported. Wow. Okay, so Alpine now is taking the top spot. Matty is in 3rd. DU Vibe is now in 3rd. Matty is in 2nd. DU Vibe's now clinched 3rd. Zola's still in 4th. So Zola must have had a bit of a slow restart, but he's there with him. Edgar is on the softs, by the way, and he's right on the back of the Haas driver. He's on the outside of him. ERS open. Zola's let him through because he knows he's on the softs. He can't do much about it, but he will pit again. Edgar won't be there for long. I'll be very surprised if they last. So Veloci now looking at the back of the Mercedes driver of Gusty. He has got the pace to put that with Alfa Romeo back in the top 5 at least for the end of this race. DU Vibe is in third. He has got... Here he is, Edgar on the back of him with a soft compound. Let's have a look on board with him now as he comes into sector 3. He's nice and clean through there. Bit of a break in there, he's got it nice and clean. Pulls out a lovely exit. Oh, we've got yellow flags, we've got contact. We've got a Shaqiri round. Shaqiri is round, he's not going to contact. DRS is now being enabled, so it's going to be another mixer round. And then this lap, on lap 18, we are just over halfway now into this race, and there's been that much going off. It is unbelievable. So X has also got a penalty. Let's have a look at his penalty. X has got a 5-second penalty, and this penalty will be because of the contact they've had with Young. Let's have a look. No, it's not there. It's not there. Oh, wow. So it is for the other one with Rem. So he's had 2 contact. He took 2 drivers out. Oh, dear. Right, okay. It's not a good way of saying it. So Zola's got Veloci right behind him. See, Edgar now is fighting to get into third, but I think them soft compounds are going to start to wear off because he's 4 laps in. Hasn't made much progress. Oh, Matty spun. Matty was here, has spun on sector 3. Is he there? Still he is. He's going to try and get back in. Oh, Shaqiri's just died in the pits. Oh no, he hadn't. Oh my God. Air Max has just been disqualified from the session for blocking the pit lane. There is Shaqiri on your right hand side. He's had contact coming out. Oh my God, this is crazy. Wow, so we are now back up and running again. Oh God, this is crazy, man. So X is in first, Edgar now in second. Matty spun, unlucky for him, is now pitted on the medium compound to the end of this race. I would have done the same. Do You Vibe is in third. He's now got Veloci behind him, who is now on the... Yes, sorry, he's on the hard. It was Edgar that I was thinking. So Veloci now in fourth. Zola in fifth. He's going to sit nice and comfortable there because something's going to happen again. 3-second time penalty to Gusty for multiple warnings. So he's got a penalty as well. You've got to think also, Edgar is going to lose a lot of time. So as you can see, Do You Vibe is now entered the pits. Zola's still out on track with 18 lap old tyres now. Pelly with the fastest lap. Not considering the fact that he's on hard compounds. And Edgar's on softs. He's still trying to get a fast time. He's got Arden ERS left as well. He's not going to catch up with X at the minute. Veloci is right behind him. So is Zola. So them softs are going to start to deteriorate away from him. There you go, look. As you can see, the Alfa Romeo driver of Pelly is right there on the back end. But Zola, look on the inside of Pelly. He left the door open. It's now Brumner Haas involved in this fight for third and second. This might bring Pelly involved, and you've got to think Pelly was the one who set the fastest time as well. So here we go. This is going to get more and more chaotic. Veloci is still there, looking on the back of that looking on the back of Edgar with the soft compound. You got to think as well. His softs must be dying. Got to be dying. Surely. Edgar now, pulling away. Here he comes. Just on board. clean overtake there. There you go. As you can see, the softs are starting to pile away from him. This is also going to bring Zola involved. Zola, good thing, Zola's on 19 lap old hards and he's still putting in times. He's flying through here to try and catch up with him. He's got the pace as well. Look, them softs are starting to rip away. 7 laps in. Looking on the inside. He's not going to get it. Oh, no! So Edgar's just lost it on the uphill chicane. It's collected Zola. Zola is going to be absolutely furious with that. Edgar was starting to see a lot of struggle on them softs. It's obviously kicked in and spun him off. Zola surely hasn't got damage. We're going to try and see best I can with his camera change. Has he got any damage on there? I don't think he has. DU Vibe is retired. DU Vibe is gone. DU Vibe has gone. He's out. There he is. Is that Aston Martin? It is an Aston Martin. So Breezy's had contact with DU Vibe. So we're now down to 11 drivers. The safety car is being deployed. Now this is played massive on Zola. Played massive on Edgar because he was struggling. It's played massive on everybody, I'm afraid. I can see the mediums coming back out. There you are, look, mediums are coming back out on most of these drivers. Zola's only got 1 lap old, so they are nearly virtually new. Edgar's got his time penalty to serve. A very long time penalty, taking them off. Some more softs. He's gone for softs again for 11 laps. And a wing change. Does he go in? Does he go in? Oh, he's just left. That was a long time for him. So, X hits the spot with 21 lap old hards. This has worked perfect for him as he's dragged them out to the end of the race. But Veloce is back on the podium. He's going to be trying to bring his teammate onto this as well because they're going to do a double stack here. He needs to get this perfect. 2.2 start you can get. Can he get it? So at least KT can get in and out at the same time and get these in. He's stopping out. Stopping out on the hards. Oh wow, that is a big change. So KT is deciding to change his tyres. A lot of drivers are getting rid of these penalties now. So exits the spot. So Zola getting in. Zola has already been in, hasn't he? So he's out on the mediums. Chubby is out on the mediums. Softs for Edgar. Softs for Breezy. Softs for hit the spot. Here we go. They're all going on softs. So has Zola done a good call? I would have thought these would deteriorate now. These softs didn't look great. So, we did have 20 drivers. We are now down to 11. 11 drivers have currently, with 10 laps to go, has survived at this minute in this race. Edgar spun, hit himself out of the track and took me out. So, right. This is mad. This has been a really mad race. I did say to you guys, I don't know if you are watching and you're new to this channel, that this will be an absolute extreme race. And it wasn't one to miss. So, Rocci's still in front. He's going to have a big fight on his hands against everyone behind him, including his teammate. They're all on the softs. There they are. All 5 are on the softs. And then we've got Matty in 7th for the mediums, followed by Zola, the pole sitter, for qualifying. is now in 8th on the mediums, only 3 laps old. This is going to be very interesting. Does Veloci know something that we don't? So, Ollie Brooks, I believe you are DU5, has said just after he made contact with me, contact with Zola. Ooh, who was that? Was that Edgar? He did, yeah. So it's all about Edgar. So just after he made contact with Zola, he spun out and sat on track and didn't get out of the way. Then went into him. Then out into him. So it's hard to say, to be fair. Ollie Brooks, yeah, I understand that too. XRL Find has also said, do not please talk about any incidents in here if you're going to report it. So understandable, please respect the rules and regulations of XRL. Yeah, just thanks for the info, but just go and put it in yourself. So safety car is in this lap. As you can see, Veloci now is pulling away much as he can away from these soft compounds. Exits the spot, is on the softs. He's got absolute phenomenal pace on that exit there. Veloci has pulled enough to stop him from getting into turn 1. We've got Aston Martin looking on the inside. Not there. Rusty there too. XRL. Zola looking on the back of Matty. Veloci has an Alpine and an AlphaTauri and an Aston Martin, but the Alpine's there, look. The Alpine's looking through that exhaust pipe to say, I am coming through no matter what. A little glitch there. See, I believe, me personally, I believe either... Oh, look on the inside now. The Alpine drivers took the inside on Veloci. Perfect move. He's pulled it off. It's now brung Pelly involved. Pelly is on the back of Veloci. He's looking. He wants it. He can't get it yet. Look how close he is now there. Look through that sector. Oh, bit of a spin there for KT, but it's not going to stop him. Back in it he goes. Just giving one position away. Breezy's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. They are, look, the pace is there. Look for Pelly with the softs. Is he going to be backing him up? Is he going to back this grid up to get his teammate through to a podium? His teammate's only there in 6th. He's sat behind Gusty. But he has the pace and he is on the softs. There he is now, look. As you see, Pelly charging down the back straight, looking on the inside, pulled out of it, pulled back in behind Veloci. Veloci knows he's there. He can't do much more than much than defend. KT looking on the outside. It's on the outside of the Mercedes driver Gusty. Nicely through there. He's on the inside, nicely through. Oh, a little contact, a little bit more contact, but he's clean enough to get through. KT now back in 5th. Breezy, 5-second penalty for multiple warnings. Breezy is collecting these like he's collecting 50p coins. He's collecting no end of penalties. KT now in 5th. Oh, Mr. Veloci has been taken by Pelly. Pelly is now clinched 2nd position. Veloci now in 3rd. He's now going to have Mr. Neon also involved in this if he doesn't start to pick up the pace, but he is on the hard compound, so he can't do much more than what he's doing now. His teammate K18 is on the sauce, so he will charge through. He's probably going to back Mr. Neon now to the end of this race, back him up to get at least K18 in 4th to be with him a chance of probably a podium as well. He might swap positions depending on team orders. But Gusty's also there with K18, so he will be fighting at least 2 more drivers off away from getting a podium. But this is also bringing Matty involved. Oh, Chubby's collecting them as well. 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. These 2 guys are pushing to try and keep up. Mr. Neon is going to have the DRS train. There he is, look, the weaving. Pelly looking left, looking right. He's got now Veloci. And exit the spot. Pelly's on the inside in turn 1, he ain't going to get it. Mr. Neon now coming through. He's going to get to the back of that Alfa Romeo. Breezy putting in the fastest lap of 1:19.8. Cracking time. Going to at least get an extra point for himself in the standings if he can get into the top 10 position. DRS open. Pelly looking. No, he's not, but Veloci's getting involved. Bringing Mr. Neon, with him as well. Matty was here, he's just received a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He's currently in 9th. There's a 4, 5, 6 car train for the top spot for at least a podium. Breezy spun. He's alright though, no damage. Pelly's got no ERS left. He's really draining that battery to the end. Zola's just sitting back nicely with them medium compounds because he knows that these are going to start deteriorating and he's going to have to pace to catch them up. Oh, there you go. Look at him. Veloci, K18 and Gusty fighting it out. Oh, there's contact. Oh, there's massive contact. Oh my god. Wow. This is going to bring Zola involved. Gusty's just really aggressively, I would say, nudged K18 out of the way. This is now brought Zola involved. Zola's on the inside, on the outside, sorry. He's took it. Gusty's opened it up and let him through. Zola now in 5th. This is now turned very, very interesting because I think these soft compounds are starting to... Oh, safety car's out. Safety car is out. This is played perfect for Zola. Zola... Oh my god. Zola's on the medium. Veloci's on the hard. Why has this come out now? Who's died? Do You Vibes DNF. No, it's not. It's not Do You Vibes. It's been out ages. Breezy, no. K18, no damage on him. It's got to be Chubby. Chubby's got damage, surely. Edgar's got a time penalty. Look at Chubby. What's Chubby got? Has he got a wing change as well? It is Chubby. Chubby's got wing damage. It's caused the safety car to come out. But safety car's going to come back in after this lap. These guys have pushed and pushed and pushed on these softs, and it's going to now be affecting them at the start of this restart. So now this is going to bring Zola massively into play. It's only 3 laps, but it's going to be effective. Time penalties are coming in thick and fast at the back of the grid. This is interesting. 3 laps remaining. Oh, I'm excited. Ooh. Right then. So Veloce, 17 laps old hards, they're going to be really, really shocking now. They'll be about 50-60% or more. Softs, you're looking at least the same on them now. It's Zola's in a really good spot here, apart from the soft compound drivers behind K18. Wow, this is going to be interesting. We're not going to finish with a safety car, are we? Not another one of these. This is definitely going to be in next lap. Definitely going to be a 2-lap run. Two-lap race to the end. We've got Pelly on 8-lap hold tyres. We've got Exits a spot on 8-lap hold. Veloci on 18-lap hold. We've got, what else we got? We've got Mr. Neon on 8-lap hold softs. We've got Zola on 10-lap mediums, followed by Mr. Neon. Matty was here, sorry, on mediums with 12-lap hold. K18 8-lap, and then all brand new softs all the way to the end, up to Chubby, and then Breezy with 5-lap old softs. They're all now caught up with the pack. This is going to be a 2-lap charge to the end of the race. This is going to turn absolutely hectic. This is going to turn into a 5-lap race scenario where everyone's just going to dive bomb everybody. I can see it. If you've not got any elbows, you best put them on now, because you're going to have to put these elbows out to the end of this race, because everyone's coming. I don't care if I'm a commentator, I don't care if I'm a spectator. This is interesting, and this is going to be amazing to watch at the start of this race. Start of this restart, sorry. Safety car is in its lap, as we all know. My shout, I'm sorry, but my shout is on Zola. I think Zola's in the best position here. I think these softs are knackered. I think these softs are bad. Anyway, as you can see, Pelly is now starting to back up the pack in the AlphaTauri. He's got Exits a spot, Veloci behind him, Mr. Neon in 4th, Zola in 5th. All there waiting to go through. Still got him, he's still got him. He's gone, he's gone, he's gone. Not a bad restart, but he's got everyone there. He's sweeping left, he's touched a bit of grass, he's got a bit of grass though, it's affected him. Change over with Exits a spot and Pele side by side through turn 1. Turn 2, nice and clean. This is a big fight. This is a big, big fight. Veloci is still on a podium. He's been on in the hards for 19 laps. 19 laps. They've got to be on 70-odd%. So K18 is now coming through. This is another one. K18 is fighting through. He's got past Zola. Zola's on the mediums. He's now got Mr. Neon in front. Mr. Neon's gone. This is going to be... Oh no, here we go. Zola's on the outside of him. There's no DRS because of the restart. So Exits a spot and Pelly is still finding it out. Veloci still there. We've also got his teammate K18 have pulled it back after the big fight they had. We've got Zola finding out. Mr. Neon looking on the inside of turn 4. Can't get it. Closest fight is this fight with Neon. backed out of it. Pelly's blown away. He's got the pace for it. He's got the fastest sector 2. Pelly got an absolute bomb of a restart. He had a fight there with Extra Spot into turn 1 and 2, kept it nice and clean for both of them. Edgar's just received a 3-second time Pelly, but it's Pelly in the AlphaTauri. It's just about to come across the line to win round 6 at Spain. Exits the Spot, takes second, Veloci in third, K18 in fourth, Mr. Neon in fifth, Azola in 6th, Gusty in 7th. Oh, I couldn't see the rest. Gusty in 7th, Matty was here in 8th, Gusty's gone down to 10th. K18 gets driver of the day from Co-Masters. Absolute phenomenal race throughout. What a strange race it's been. As you can see, the AlphaTauri driver now coming through the podium stage, clapping away, applauding, waving to all the fans. Congratulations to him. Pelly did an absolute phenomenal job on winning this race. I think it would have been a different story if there wasn't so much contact in turn 1 between the Alfa Romeos. I think it would have seen a massive fight with the Alfa Romeos and the rest of the pack. To be fair, I think it would have been a really close fight throughout the race. Phenomenal job anyway for everybody who was involved. Here's your lineup for the win. A lot of penalties near the end. So Pelly takes first for the AlphaTauris, coming from 6th to 1st. Congratulations to him. Exits the Spot, takes second for the Alpines from 4th. Finishes second, well done to him. Veloci in 3rd for the Alfa Romeos. His teammate just behind him in 4th, K18. Mr. Neon in 5th for the Aston Martin. Started in 10th, finishing in 5th. Not a bad result for him. Zola, who started in pole position, finishing in 6th, only because he had contact in turn 1 due to both Alfa Romeos that caused him an issue, and then he had that incident further afield with one of the drivers, can't remember his name. And then we're followed by Gusty in 7th, Matty was here in 8th, Chubby in 9th, 10th is Edgar, and 11th to Breezy. Unfortunate for the rest with DNS, Vibe, Shaqiri, Young, Rem, Low, B-Tech, Jaben, B-Tech, Jaben, Jeebus John, Air Max, and Torpedo. Very unfortunate for them guys. Wow, what a race. You couldn't ask for much more, could you, in a race like that? So, as you can see, that was round 6 for XRL X2 Division in Spain. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch the qualifying. We had that massive drama at the Q3 in the wet conditions that we had. Phenomenal through there for everybody. And the race, wow, what a drama from start to finish. Couldn't ask for much more for a race like that. But thanks everyone anyway for watching. It's been amazing to host for you guys. It's been amazing to host for XRL. Also to commentate. It's also been nice to show you what our league racing is all about. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching. Hopefully you like to take part in this as well. Come and see us in Discord. We'll get you underway and get you in at least the Division League of Dev. If you like what you see, like I say, come and see us in Discord. I'm AKX Herbie. It's been a pleasure to commentate for you guys. It's been a pleasure to stream for you guys. And I hope to see you again live 8 PM tomorrow, next weekend on Sunday. We are live in Monaco. So be prepared for a very interesting race, as it'd be the best qualifier to win the race, surely, due to you cannot overtake at all on that track. If you like to watch any more before then, we have one on Saturday. That is XRL Dev League. That is your development league for the new starters. You'll be able to see them in action. That is Saturday. I think it's 5 or 8. Don't quote me on that. If you want to have a look online, please go ahead and have a look. And then we'll follow on to Sunday. That is X1 and X3 race together at the same time. And obviously not in X1 and X3 together, but in their own divisions at 5 o'clock. That is on our second sister stream that you'll see in our bio below. And then, as you see tonight, we have one on 8 o'clock, also on a Sunday. That is X2. But I will leave you guys alone. I will let you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you ever so much for watching. I will see you again very, very soon.